You know, the two current city council people right here in Hamtramck, they are charged with voter fraud. Let me tell you who they are, first of all. Mohammed Hassan, 57 years old. He's been on the council for a while. Fairly well-known person here in Hamtramck. But he's charged with 3 counts of forging signatures on absentee ballots. And then the other one, Matasan Sadman, 26 years old. He's charged with 5 counts, basically phoning up signatures on absentee ballots. Now, the charging documents allege that the fraud happened between July and November, which would be the primary and general election, in 2023. And interestingly, when you take a look at the results of the primary, only the top 3 candidates, they would have won. These 2 came in 4th and 5th. But in the general election, somehow the voters had a big change and they came in 1st and 3rd. Let me bring in the former mayor. Come on over here, Mayor. Karen Majewski, 16 years mayor of Hamtramck. You ran against Mohammed Hassan at least a couple times.
A couple of times.
First of all, is it unusual in a primary to come in 4th and 5th and then 1st and 3rd?
Well, it is somewhat unusual. I mean, a lot of campaigning goes on between those 2 elections. But what's interesting to look at is where those votes come from. Did they come from a particular, segment of the population or a particular section of the city? In this case, they came in from absentee ballots, and that's where the allegations lie.
In the charging documents, there's only 2 instances, 2, that these 2 allegedly, they're innocent now, phoning up the absentee ballots. Do you think there's more?
Well, you don't win on 2 votes. So, I don't know what the, rationale of the, charging, officer is, but presumably they're not going to charge on, because there are only these 2 incidents.
But do you think there's more?
I think that the whole city thinks there's more.
What do you think?
Well, I have to agree. This is a situation that we've seen going on for welcome to Hamtramck, for over a decade.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen charges like this brought before, and this has been part of the conversation in Hamtramck among residents, among voters for, at least for over a decade. So this is something that's not news to us. That this would happen is not a surprise to Hamtramck voters. What maybe is a surprise is that the people are being charged, and possibly that there may be an end result of those charges that are more than just a slap on the wrist.
They're looking at up to if they're convicted of the most serious charge, it's 5 years in prison. Mayor, thanks.